Hello, Yizhao Martins, licensed marriage and family therapist, couple therapist. How are you today? And in the Bay Area is quite gloomy and cold today. I hope wherever you are, you stay warm and cozy. Today, I really wanted to discuss, how do you get attracted to your partner with ADHD? Um, I don't see anybody on the dating app look for partner who are impulsive and distractible and easy to forget about your anniversaries or not following up with your task or date planning, right? But if you're dating and you notice your partner may have signs of ADHD, or if you already finished dating, you're in the married or living together state of your relationship, do you ever look back at what you were attracted to when you started to date your partner? So in the couples questionnaire that's formulated by the Couples Institute in Palo Alto, there's always a question they ask. At the beginning of your relationship or the dating stage, what attracted you? What traits in your partner that attracted you that you decided you want to continue to see them, right? What you find attractive. So I'm very lucky to get to read all these questionnaires since I sent a set of questionnaire to all my couples that in my private practice, and over the past couple of years, I have seen many of those questionnaires. And some of the words or the answers I read from those questionnaires are, they're very exciting, they're knowledgeable, know-it-all, they know some random facts, right? They are a conversationalist, they're so passionate, they're so dynamic, they're so stylish, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're witty, they have a good sense of humor, they're opinionated, they're creative, they're talented, they're fun, they're well-read, well-traveled, they're curious, they're very open-minded, they are spontaneous, they're flexible, they're accepting, they're animated, right? All this good stuff. So I want to ask you, and it doesn't matter what's on the questionnaire, that you were thinking about the traits that you feel attractive when at the beginning stage of your date with your partner with ADHD. Look at those. Either you write it down or you have some in your mind as we're talking about this. I wonder, do you have those qualities in you? Let's just be honest. And how dominant and how well developed those traits are in you. Do they happen to be the traits that very developed in your partner, but not as developed in you? Is a possibility, right? So my observation is in the ADHD-affected relationships, the opposite attract is definitely the norm. So which means a lot of partners without ADHD don't have those traits as dominant personality. And then they tend to be underdeveloped in them and overdeveloped in their partner with ADHD. Isn't that interesting, right? If you don't agree with me, please feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know what is that in you and your partner, the dynamic, right? So when I do collect those answers from the ADHD partner, right, they also describe their non-ADHD partner, why they're attracted to them at the beginning of the relationship or dating. Here are some of collections of words. They're mature, they're organized, they're sophisticated, they're safe, they're efficient, they're caring, they're stable, they're very predictable, they're down to earth, they're family oriented, they're responsible, they're calm, they're nurturing, they're good listeners, they're very, make me feel comfortable, secure, accepting, all the good stuff, right? So what do you notice? Does it sound familiar to you? The ADHD partner's attractive traits and the non-ADHD partner's attractive traits. They're almost a polar opposite in some way, belong to two different categories, right? Two different groups. So, well, if both people ideally have traits from both sides of the group, and they're very balanced and integrated, that's beautiful. I believe for two people who are well-rounded like that get together, that's already a good sign. The relationship is gonna grow beautifully together, and probably not gonna be a lot of bumps. I mean, there's always some up and downs in relationships, but they have good attributes and capacity to build a very long-lasting, safe, and exciting relationship. That's my prediction. But most people are not like that. Most people, when they get together, like I said, at least for my prior practice, the ADHD-affected relationships I've seen, they tend to be more polarized, and they attract each other because they're opposite, right? People who have a very strong, planning, secure, safe traits and parts, they tend to attract people who are spontaneous and fun and exciting and not that good at planning, which is also can be very exciting. So those two people attract to each other. Say they offer what the other person's underdeveloped to them. And oftentimes the partner will project those underdeveloped parts to the other person, saying, oh, you get that already. You hold those traits for our relationship. We're good between the two of us. And that's why they sometimes choose a partner that they want to become. Right? But what happens if they put too much energy and expectation for the other partner to hold those underdeveloped parts, and they don't do the work? They don't pay attention to those underdeveloped parts and traits of them. And then those tend to be the polar opposite of what they hold. And it's like the two sides of one same coin, right? And then you can easily find faults in the other side, either way. And then you try to fix them, change them, instead of looking and develop those traits in you. That just get really rigid, right? The imbalance there. So to become like they're holding each end of this spectrum, and they cannot integrate, and then they only see the upset in them, and then they don't like it, and they can't integrate those differences. So they get stuck, and they get into this rigid dynamic we call overfunctioning, underfunctioning, or parent-child dynamic. That's very pertinent in ADHD-affected relationships, right? So recently I actually got into this interesting dynamic. When I step back from my overfunctioning part, I notice people start to step up, right? All around me, friends, and my child with ADHD this morning, when I remind them, say, oh, did you put your pants in your backpack? You're going to your daddy's house today. And they were like, yeah, I already did it this morning. I was like, wow, how wonderful it feels for you to take initiative to do the things without me even reminding you to do. I feel really safe and comfortable with you, that I trust you more. It's also very exciting that you start to think ahead and planning, which I know it's hard for the ADHD brain, right? So I gave them this validation right away, and it's coming from my heart. I'm not only doing that just to please them and make them feel good about themselves. It's I genuinely feel the excitement and the ease and appreciation for them when they do that. Well, we know the problem or challenge for ADHD brain is inconsistency, so I don't expect them to do this perfectly every single time. But when they do that, and I see that, I really want to let them know how excited I feel about this initiative and about this energy that I put into our dynamic, right? To step up, to take initiative, and to look at the whole picture and to plan. So I will be relieved from my overfunctioning part. Well, in this case, I am the parent, so I'm very happy to take on that role, but it's also good that my child is able to do that and to make it more relaxing and easy for mommy in the morning. So that's just one example of how when we balance the two parts, right, and we're not getting stuck in the dynamic in the role. So I would love to talk more about how you get attracted to the traits of your partner with ADHD, and to help you to reflect on if you have those parts, you have those traits, and how developed they are. And I'm going to talk about all the parts I can think about, the collection that I've been gathering with you in the non-ADHD partner system. And we'll look at them together with an overview, then we'll study them one at a time. How fun is that? So until next week, my friend, and have a good holiday season. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.